Thank you. And yourself?
I am good. I am good. Always, forever busy.
I can see that.
That doesn't seem to be changing in the near future. But of course, we all do what we need to do. All right. So let me say a pleasant good morning to the listeners of 103.1 FM. Always a pleasure to be in your company, discussing health from a natural and integrated perspective. The topic that we're going to discuss today, let me get right
That was a paid program.
into it, is the topic of dementia. Dementia, Alzheimer's is something that we had spoken about on a previous frequency. And I found that we had so much persons that was actually able to relate to that because it's a very heart-wrenching thing to see older members of your family, maybe aunts, grandmothers, grandfathers, great grandparents. When they reach a certain age, they usually have problems with memory. Some persons get it so bad that it reached the point of having what is known as vascular dementia or Alzheimer's. And I decided that I would touch on that again because, that all falls into proper mental health. And, where you have the central nervous system being or needing attention. So when you look at dementia and Alzheimer's is actually a type of dementia where persons may exhibit certain type symptoms. So loss of memory, usually long-term and short-term memory. They give issues as it relates to time and place. So they're not able to, there's no correlation or the ability to really understand time and place. They could lose the ability to recognize certain individuals' faces, issues associated with even disorientation, where they can't stay on topic. So we might be discussing a particular topic. We might be talking about phone or some particular family member, and they actually move from that particular situation that you're all discussing and go into something that is completely unrelated. So it has to do with the ability as it relates to being coherent. So what could someone do if they thinking or they somewhere down the road where they believe they have dementia, where they have Alzheimer's, even Parkinson, which is also a neurological issue. And one of the things that I have found, as it relates to research and even for the number of years that I've been in practice, it has a lot to do with flow of blood to the brain. Now, the thing is, you have to understand, you have two types of circulation primarily. You have pulmonary circulation, which in this case is very important to avoid or improve Alzheimer's, Parkinson, dementia situations, because it means that with improved pulmonary circulation, which is circulation above the heart, circulation to the brain, it means that situation could be improved. So what could we at Batson and Associates help individuals do to correct that situation? And that's what we're going to continue on in a bit. Let me, of course, go over to Karen and find out if she has any questions, and could always remind the listeners of the numbers that they can call or message rather to get in on the conversation.
No messages in just yet, but a reminder, you can WhatsApp. You can text us on 299-4103.
Definitely. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. We also Batson and Associates TT on Instagram. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. Let me say a pleasant good morning to some of our persons in on Facebook. Miss Stacey Thompson, good morning to you. Miss Jacqueline A. Noel, who is actually listening in from Canada. One of our clients over there getting some good results using some of the products and services of Batson and Associates. Miss Lucy Lara says, good morning, Dr. Batson and Associates, and all those listening. So, of course, let me remind you of our office contacts. Our Chaguanas office, which is located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Our Debe office is located on the corner of Ransomwood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. And St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road. St. James, that telephone number is 8113. Tobago is, of course, the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number for Tobago is 226-4553. Again, that's 226-4553. A client is asking, well, a question, sorry, coming from Facebook is asking, Miss Betty Elizabeth says, eye optics, does it help with glaucoma? And the answer is yes. Keep in mind that eye optics formula, which is an all-natural eye drop, is basically an eye drop that has the ability to detoxify the eyes. Now, that's a big thing, because a lot of persons do not understand that a lot of eye issues are actually as a result of buildup of toxins in the eye. And, even build up in the sinuses. Your sinus is very important to your eyesight, and a lot of persons do not understand that. So you would find, for example, people who have suffered from sinusitis and asthma and, respiratory nasal issues, most of the time the reason why they have those issues is because of what? They usually have eye issues, I want to say rather. And the reason, so they'll have runny eyes, they find their eyes always watering, their eyes always burning. That's because you're not getting proper circulation to the eyes. And that's one of the things that the eye optics formula actually has the ability to do, is improve blood circulation in the eyes and in the cerebral hemisphere. So that's going to help anyone, or help to assist once you listen in terms of proper dietary aspects, proper hydration, to improve your eye situation. So whether it's cataract, glaucoma, detached retina, any of those things, it's a matter of, now correcting those particular situations. Yes, sir? Over to you, Karen.
All right, so we have a question for you, and this is related to kidney health. So what can be done to prevent kidney stones from recurring?
The thing is, if someone has recurrent kidney stones, what we need to find out is what type of stones they have any problems with, because you have numerous types of stones. So you have calcium stones, you have magnesium stones, you have uric acid stones, and then you have what is known as combination stones, which would be a combination of magnesium, calcium, uric acid, depending on the chemistry. Most persons who have kidney stone problems, if it's a recurrent situation, you need to check your thyroid. Because if you have an overactive thyroid, you can end up with calcium stones, because your thyroid controls the amount of calcium that leaves your bones to go into your bloodstream. If you have uric acid stones, the possibility exists you have a uric acid situation on the whole, where you may be consuming too much of red meat or specific type vegetables and not eating or not drinking sufficient amount of water or doing detoxes, those type of things. So that is something that you need to pay attention to, and we have corrected that situation at Batson & Associates. I would say look at your hydration as well. That is very, very important. So you can also check out the brand of alkaline water that we carry at Batson & Associates, which is Alkagen, Alkagen, and try and get some help with that particular situation. But you must keep those things in mind. So find out the type of stone you have, and of course, we'll be able to help you treat it even better. One of the questions as well, too, let me say a pleasant good morning to Ms. Denise Stafford, Ms. Shanti Ramroop. She says, good morning, Dr. Batson, Mr. Raymond John, and Marcia Letrin. She says, good morning to Batson & Associates. The question as well, too, someone is asking, is the eye optics formula in stock? Yes, we do. All our offices have eye optics formula in stock. Very soon, we will be getting back that eye drop that is specific for cataracts. I know some of you have been waiting a little bit, but because that is a special order that we normally place, and we're going to get that very soon. So keep that in mind. Even some of the other products that we have for eyes are very quickly. Optimizer is actually a product that you could look at, especially in regards to what we're discussing here as well, as it relates to Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or any neurological situation. Those of you on Facebook too, you could always check out. We have all the information there with the eye drops and those type of things. So it is important that you check that out and you'll get the necessary information. Over to you, Karen.
Good morning, Dr. Batson. My mom is 78 years old. She is experiencing a lot of headaches. She is also forgetful. She eats very little and now experiencing a lot of pain in her hands. Any suggestions?
Okay, do me one favor. Repeat that one more time for me.
Okay, so my mom is 78 years old.
Right.
She's experiencing a lot of headaches.
Right.
She has pain in her hands.
Right.
She is also eating very little and she forgets.
Oh, okay. The thing is, well, 76 is pretty.
78.
78, right, so that's something.
Yeah.
The thing is, what we could suggest in that situation, you see, one of the things a lot of persons do, and I'm not saying this is the case with you, but I'm just making a general statement, is that we figure when our parents or people reach a certain age, that there are certain things that should be expected with aging. And we understand that. That is true to an extent. However, there are situations, and if it is you really pay close attention to what you do and how you put things together, then you can actually delay a lot of things. So I would say with your mom, what we could always do, there's a pensioner special that we have right now. Let us at least do some sort of, I'm hoping she can move around, some sort of that service that we have with the live blood analysis, able to take a look at the liver, see what's going on, if she's digesting food properly. Usually as persons get older, they have problems with digestion. Young people is have problems with digestion, far more for persons who may be a little older. So, I think with that, we'll be able to now narrow in and make some recommendations. What I could say off the top of my head, that is safe, increased water is very important. So she should be drinking a specific amount of water as it relates to her body weight divided by 2 in ounces. And then we can make specific recommendations. Optimizer is also a good, easy, safe product that anyone could use, especially persons who are elderly, even if they may have things like arthritis, if they may have diabetes, hypertension, and they use medication, you would not get any interaction with something like that. And then we'll actually be able to correct the situation. So I would say at least the optimizer, nerve restore, and the inflammation formula is going to help with the pain. Okay.
We have another question for you. Can someone with Alzheimer use nerve restore and the cerebral formula? Can they use this with any other products, any other medication?
Okay. If someone has Alzheimer's and they're using, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, was the standard or relative standard medication that they use for Alzheimer's. I could always do some checks for you guys. The thing with nerve restore, because of what the product is, that you would not have any sort of interaction with that with Alzheimer's medication or Parkinson's medication. What we normally do with clients like that, we would have to determine and know which medication you're on. And once we understand that, then the recommendation would be made, because there are specific protocols that we use that does not have any interaction with drugs. Like, for example, if we use a specific magnesium combination protocol, usually you don't have there is no interaction in that. Not even usually, there's never any interaction. But it's all a matter of us getting the necessary information, the pertinent information as regards to what the medication regime is right now. And once I have that information, via consultation, whether you do an online consultation, over the phone consultation, or you're coming to see us in person, we would be able to derive the necessary information. If regular testing is needed, or I need to recommend a specific type blood test or something, ESR, kidney function, whatever the case may be, then we go with that. And then we would ensure that we design the protocol to put the necessary, or to get the necessary improvements. So it's very important in a case like that, you just call the office.
299-4103. Here's another question related to Santolan and Alkagen water. Can we use Alkagen water even if we're not on Santolan? And what is the benefit to using Alkagen water?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You don't have to be on Santolan to use Alkagen water. In fact, anyone could walk you to Batson and Associates and buy, that particular brand of alkaline water. We have a few brands of alkaline water in the country right now. I mean, I could talk about Alkagen because we know about it and that type of thing. In terms of the benefits, you're looking at extra proper hydration, because a lot of people do not understand there's something known as ORP, which is an acronym for oxidative reduction potential. And if you do some research on that, oxidative reduction potential as it relates to water is very important. Not all water has specific oxidative reduction potential. And next thing that might sound like a hard pill to follow, or swallow rather, not all water is living water. It might sound bad, but you literally have some cases where water is dead. Yeah, if they use reverse osmosis, it kills water essentially. I mean, there are some people who are going to debate that, but when you look at it from the foundation aspect, the rudimentary aspect of what water is and the chemistry behind water, you have a lot of dead water there. So your objective is to be drinking living water, which Alkagen water is that type of water, which is why if you leave Alkagen water outside in the sun, or you put a particular brand of alkaline water in the sun, the inside of the bottle eventually is going to get green. And that's because it actually produces what is known as algae. Algae cannot grow in dead water. The percentage oxygen and those type of things in the water is also very important. All water in its natural state has minerals, calcium, magnesium, those type of things. So that should not be removed from the water. And that's one of the advantages with algagen. So, that's something that would benefit anyone. Okay. One of the, let me say again, pleasant good morning to our Facebook listeners. We have Miss Maria Cooper says good morning, Miss Marva Huggins, Lesbian with that wonderful surname that I don't ever pronounce properly. A pleasant good morning to you, my dear. Norma Cochrane, pleasant good morning to you. Miss Vanetta Reed, good morning. And again, let me just remind persons for our online listeners or overseas listeners, we can do your consultations now for you. So that is something you can do, book the online consultations. And for the international clients, we also have a telephone number that you can call as well, which of course will be area code 868-366-0180. Very important. Again, 868-366-0180. You can check out our Facebook pages and for necessary information. Yes, over to you, Karen.
Okay, what causes simple wounds to take much longer to heal? I am not diabetic. I am 48 years old.
Well, if you have a wound that is giving you problems, diabetes is not the only reason that prevents or slows down the body's ability to heal. Poor circulation is actually a major player in causing problems with wounds. There are people who end up with what are known as venous ulcers. If you have venous ulcers, you're in some problems, right? There are some persons who may have done surgical procedures. You may have stripped veins. You may have visited vascular professionals and have done vascular procedures. And, I'm not one of the biggest fans of those simply because a lot of the time, in emergency, it is necessary, but you don't want to strip your vein just like that because you have varicose veins. There are things that you could do for that. I mean, we carry various products. There are various protocols, enzyme protocols that we could use to help to clear arteries and a number of things. And these are things that have been scientifically proven, by the way. They may not necessarily be in mainstream medicine, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. And then when you look at what mainstream medicine really is, but when you examine Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine, naturopathic medicine, holistic medicine, homeopathic medicine, you're looking at dealing with the body, of course, in its totality and not in the sum of specific parts. So definitely circulation would be improved. What I would recommend, if you can do a consultation with us, come do the consultation. And that's an easy situation because I've actually helped individuals where we were able to help those wounds heal better. So it's a matter of some vitamin deficiency, oxidative stress. Some people have high levels of inflammatory response, which is usually reflected in a blood test where you do a ESR or a C-reactive protein test. ESR, erythrocyte sedimentation ratio test that would determine the level of inflammation in the body. So most likely that individual has high levels of inflammation, and that is what you need to get rid of or decrease significantly in the body in order to improve or speed up wound healing. So again, you can feel free to give us a call, visit our social media pages. Just very soon our websites will be up and running again because of, we're doing some work with various payment aspects and that type of thing. So feel free to give us a call. Head office is one of the easiest numbers to remember because that will get you to any of the other offices. And that telephone number, of course, is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And Debe's number is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7550. Yes, Karen?
Okay, another question for you. Do you treat fibroids? And if yes, how?
Well, the how is subjective or relative to individual, I should say, or individuals. I mean, because all of us are the same, but essentially we are different. Someone who has fibroids always has to remember that your diet has to be on point. Well, not someone, women, because women are who are affected by fibroids. So the thing is, when you're dealing with fibroids, you need to look at your diet. One of the first things you need to do, as hard as this might sound, is you need to look at your meat intake, especially chicken. Because we know commercial chickens have to be prepared in a particular way, so they usually have a lot of hormones, antibiotics, and that type of thing, which gets into the meat and is not really good for someone as it relates to hormonal balance. There are products that we carry at Batson Associates Assist that uterine formula is one. And there's a product that we have for the or combination that we use as it relates to women's formula and female balance. Those are some things that you could check out as well. And it's a matter of actually balance in the hormones and getting rid of the fibroids themselves. And that is something that is quite possible, that is able to be done. And it's a matter of, us really getting a breakdown. So you may have to do an abdominal pelvic ultrasound, which actually shows or gives us an indication of the location of the fibroid, the type of fibroids, the condition of the wound, and that type, the womb rather, which is your uterus, ovaries, those type of things. And then from there, we're actually able to work. What I must say is that women now need to be very, very careful, because women, we have hysterectomies on the rise, high, all over the place, especially Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean. And the reason why a lot of women, a hysterectomy is not something that you should want to do. Some people have the foolish notion, and I use the word foolish with no apology, where they believe that you can remove certain organs and be comfortable with them. Now, people don't understand there is living, and then there is living. So most people existing. When you're on a dialysis machine, you're just existing. If you're a stroke patient, you're existing. You're blind as a result of glaucoma, cataract, you're existing. I mean, that is like me personally. I can speak for myself. I can't talk to anybody. If I had to live like that, quite frankly, I prefer to be dead. I've been all honest, but that's me. So my thing is, you have to understand the quality of life that you want to enjoy. I mean, yes, we live in the world and we have so many different things to take into consideration, but we're speaking about our health here. So think how your health is going to be impacted or affected when you suffer a stroke. Like I was talking to someone the other day, just recently I was doing a consultation with a client, and she said, Dr. Batson, you rarely said, if you think health expensive, try sickness. Because this is someone who suffered a stroke, and it wasn't one stroke, it was 3 strokes. And she said, Dr. Batson, the physiotherapy alone, when you have to bring a physiotherapist home in your house, you have to spend about $500 for that session. You may need about 3 physiotherapist sessions, or maybe 1 physiotherapist session, no, 2 for the week. That's 500 multiplied by what? 8. How much money that is? That's $4,000. So the thing is, imagine if you have to do that on a monthly basis for 2 years, 3 years. So you understand the cost is relative, which is why I tell persons, it always pays better, as the old people have said. An ounce of prevention is always better than a pound of cure. I know some people find I'm a bit rough around the edges. I've been told that I buff, but I don't buff. I just simply provide information to you a little sternly, because a lot of persons have to understand that if you want to improve your health, there are certain things that you have to do, and there are certain things that you cannot continue doing, and that is just the law. That is how it is. You can't jump off a building and thinking that you can defy the law of gravity. You will hit the ground, because gravity is a law that can be defied, but it can be defined to an extent. We have aeroplanes, but if the aeroplane runs out of fuel, what's going to happen? It's going to hit the ground. Or if the engine fails, or whatever the case may be. So it's a matter of us really following and doing. And that's where Batson and Associates are concerned. It's a matter of dotting the I's and crossing the T's to give you the results that you want. Yes, Karen.
One more question as we wrap up. Yes. Can your blood test analysis pick up any cancer, for example, pancreatic cancer?
The thing is, yes and no, in the sense that it may not necessarily be able to tell you the specific type of cancer per se, simply because cancer, even though it might be concentrated in a particular area, once you have cancer in any part of your body, you have cancer all over your body. It's just a matter, it has not metastasized. The medical word for cancer concentrated in a particular area is basically metastasizing. So a lot of times when you do tests, if the cancer has metastasized or is concentrated in a particular area, you are going to be diagnosed with that particular type of cancer. But cancer is already in the entire body. We all have cancer cells. Those are rogue cells. What makes cancer hold root in the body is an improper functioning immune system, an improper functioning gut. So what the blood analysis is going to tell us, it is going to show us what is known as your biological terrain. We're going to see exactly what is going on inside of that environment, that situation in there. And once we determine how that environment looks, then I'm going to send you for a CA125 or a CA123, which is a cancer antigen test. And then in cases like that, you may have to go and do MRI, CT scan, those type of things. I am not a fan of biopsies. I never would be, because I believe them. And, a lot of statistics have shown that, most of the time when you do biopsies, you can end up with serious infections, which can actually kill you very quickly and actually worsen your situation. But once we determine that, we send for further testing, and then your treatment protocol is designed and that type of thing. So of course, keep that in mind. Keep our telephone numbers in mind, our locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That's Money Talks building in Montreal, Chaguanas. That's head office. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. DB is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Redheads Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That's 220-8113. Let me say to the people of South that Dr. Batson has fixed his schedule now, and he's ensuring that the people in South people, David people, going to see me at least twice, 3 times for the month. I've corrected that situation. And the first time you're going to see me, start back seeing me, will be next Saturday, which that date is, that's what? Next Saturday is, I have to check the date. The 12th, is it? The 12th.
Friday's 11th.
Friday's 11th. So the 12th, you guys, I'll be available in Davie, and I'm going to be correcting that situation. Karen is laughing because a lot of South people were coming to Chaguanas to see me. So I do apologize for that. Keep in mind, we have our very skilled and qualified consultants. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Paul Green, Mr. Rene Bustamante, Mr. Stefan Vialva. Good morning to you. Continuing to work, and all the other hardworking staff at Batson and Associates. In fact, let me say this quickly. Miss Elizabeth Nanlal says, morning, Doc. I took my son to Davie last week, and he was highly impressed with Mr. Paul Green. And she put Batson forever. So, you're going to get your consultation. You're going to get the results that you want. I know everybody wants to see Dr. Batson, but Dr. Batson practically cannot see everybody. That's the reality of the situation. But systems work, people fail. Always remember that. That is one of the key aspects of management. So again, let me say a pleasant good morning and thank you to the listeners of 103.1 FM for allowing me into your house this morning. I tried my best not to buff too many persons today, but understand the reality of the situation. You are in control of your health, and what you eat and drink on a daily basis could either give you better health or worsen your health. Always remember that. Okay, so as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. And of course, we'll be staying a bit on our social media. Keep in mind, we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. So join us, follow us, share us. Karen, always a pleasure. Till next week, God's willing. Take care of yourself.
Till next week. You as well.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You've been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, supporting health naturally. This 30-minute segment came your way with the best wishes of Batson and Associates. That was a paid program. The views expressed.
Yes, social media. So I'm back. I took a little sabbatical on Sunday from you guys, but it's not on purpose. I needed to rest. Right, so our Facebook family, Miss Jennifer Sargent, she said good morning. Miss Dawn Ellis, she says good morning, Dr. Batson. You are a busy man. I love that because it shows how important your information has been to several people who wait till the last minute. You're sure right, Miss Dawn Ellis. Thank you very much for that. To all our listeners and our followers on Facebook, just now, Shakil is giving me a...
One of our international clients, I just received my order. So she's saying how excited she is.
Oh, great. Congratulations. Oh, Miss Frederica Joseph, she said, good morning, Dr. Batson. From New York, I just received my order, which was shipped yesterday. Special thanks to Leslie Ann P. Yes, thank you so very much, Leslie Ann, doing an excellent job helping us with that shipping. For all your help, she is professional and friendly. God bless you all. Thank you so very much, Miss Frederica. So I'm looking forward to getting some feedback from you on the products that you got, how they worked, and that type of thing. Mr. Kyle Thomas, he says, were you MIA on Sunday? You were MIA on Sunday, but we understand you need a rest. Yes. So keep in mind, we have an additional or our next program coming up, which is at 1:15 to 1:45, and that is on 106 Freedom, 106.5 FM with the lovely Samantha. So you could join us for that. And of course, after that, at 2 p.m., 2:05 p.m. to 3:05 p.m., we'll be joining the Right Honorable DJ Mamu, as I call him, on djmamuradio.tt.com. We have a lot of international listeners on that. So we look forward to look at you guys. And of course, Sunday, please, God's willing, I will be back with you guys. I don't know if Sunday I'll be doing 2 programs for you, but we're going to see how that goes. Okay? So, Facebook family, check out our pensioner special. Very good. And of course, we have our upcoming specials coming up as well. So look out for that. Yes, sir.
We also have our international special that's launching this month as well.
Yes.
For all our international clients.
Yes, exciting, exciting. So for all our international clients, those of you, let me just say this quickly. Miss Elizabeth Nana says, Doc, I want to testify that rheumatoid arthritis can definitely be reversed. Just follow Batson and I helped someone. I helped someone. Oh, good. So you see, now someone who knows someone who had rheumatoid arthritis. And
they seem to have the message on the screen.
Yes.
They get the same message as well.
Okay, good. Yeah. So the message is there. So check it out and you see. Pretty lad, he says, good day, Dr. Batson. I'm 39. I'm 30 years of age. I have been feeling very dizzy. Did a blood test. My HGI hemoglobin is 8. Platelets is 648. And I have an infection in my stomach. What can I do to build my blood? Whoa. Pretty, you need to. Okay. What I would suggest you do, I don't know where you're located, which office is closer to you, but in a case like this, I would suggest you do a consultation. That consultation is not going to take us long. We're going to need to get some pertinent information in addition to what you're providing there for us, and we can definitely help you. Definitely help you. The Alkagen water is definitely going to help in that situation. The silver with mineral formula as well, but we just want to dot our I's and cross our T's where that is concerned. So at least call the office. As I said, I don't know which location is closer to you, and we could provide a consultation for you and correct that situation. But definitely we could correct that for you. But because of the hemoglobin, that blood count being that low, we need to dot our I's and cross our T's. Okay? So keep that in mind. Keep in mind as well our international special that we now have launched for our international clients. So those of you who may have family, you have a situation, you live in Grenada, Guyana, wherever you live, and you want to get help, you want to feel better, that package we put together, it's pretty reasonably priced. We put together some really good products there, vitamins, minerals, that type of thing that can help your situation. So you can always ask for that. Okay? So as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless. See you guys who could join us at 1:15 p.m. For that program on Freedom 106.5 FM with Samantha. Will be going from 1:15 to 1:45. God bless and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Take care.